The Magic Shirt. A brave soldier, while serving in his regiment, received 100 rubles from home. The sergeant got wind of it and borrowed this money from him. When the time came to settle the debt, instead of paying it, he gave the soldier 100 blows on his back with a stick, saying, "I never saw your money. You invented the whole thing." The soldier became enraged and ran away into the deep forest. He was about to lie down to rest under a tree when he saw a 6-headed dragon flying towards him. The dragon stopped beside the soldier, questioned him about his life, and said, "Why should you trudge through the woods like this? Instead, come and serve me for 3 years." "With pleasure," said the soldier. "Sit on me then," said the dragon. The soldier began to load all his belongings on the dragon. Veteran, why are you taking all this trash with you?" "How can you ask that, dragon? A soldier gets flogged for losing even a button, and now you want me to drop all my belongings?" The dragon brought the soldier to his palace and charged him as follows: "Sit by the kettle for 3 years. Keep the fire. And cook my kasha." The dragon himself went to travel in the world during all that time. The soldier's work was not hard. He put wood under the kettle and sat beside it, drinking vodka and eating tasty snacks. And the dragon's vodka was not like ours, all watered down, but quite strong. After 3 years, the dragon came flying home. "Well, veteran, is the kasha ready?" "It must be, for all these 3 years my fire did not go out once." The dragon ate the whole kettleful in one meal, praised the soldier for his faithful service, and hired him for the next 3 years. These years passed too, and the dragon ate his kasha again and left the soldier for still another 3 years. For 2 years our soldier cooked the kasha, and toward the end of the third began to think, "Here I am living with the dragon for the 9th year, cooking his kasha all the time, and I don't even know what it tastes like. I must try it." He raised the lid and found his sergeant sitting in the kettle. "Ah, my friend," thought the soldier, "now I'm going to give you a good time. I'll pay you back the blows you gave me." And he began to drag in wood and put it under the kettle as much as he could, and made such a fire that he cooked not only the flesh, but even the bones of the sergeant to a pulp. The dragon returned, ate the kasha, and praised the soldier. "Well, veteran, the kasha was good before, but this time it was even better. Choose whatever you like as your reward." The soldier looked around and chose for himself a mighty horse and a shirt of thick cloth. This shirt was not an ordinary shirt, but a magic one. He who put it on became a mighty champion. The soldier then went to a king, helped him in a different war, and married his beautiful daughter. But the princess disliked being married to a common soldier, so she intrigued with a neighboring prince. And in order to find out whence came the soldier's mighty strength, she coaxed and flattered him. Having discovered what she wanted, she seized the opportunity when her husband was asleep to remove his shirt and give it to the prince. The prince put on the magic shirt, took a sword, cut the soldier into little pieces, put them in a hempen bag, and said to the stable boys, Take this bag, tie it to some battered jade, and drive her into the open field." The stable boys went to carry out this order. But meantime the soldier's mighty steed had turned himself into a battered jade, and put himself in the stable boy's path. They took him, tied the bag to him, and drove him into the open field. The mighty steed darted off faster than a bird, came to the dragon's castle, stopped there, and for 3 nights and 3 days neighed without ceasing. The dragon was sound asleep, but he was finally awakened by the horse's loud neighing and stamping, and came out of his palace. He looked into the bag and groaned aloud. He took the pieces, put them together, washed them with the water of death, and the soldier's body was joined together. He sprinkled it with the water of life, and the soldier came to. "Fie," he said, "I have slept a long time." "You would have slept very long indeed without your good horse," answered the dragon, and taught the soldier the difficult science of assuming different shapes. The soldier turned into a dove, flew to the prince with whom his faithless wife now lived, and sat on the sill of the kitchen window. The young cook saw him. "Ah, what a pretty little dove," said the cook, and opened the window to let him into the kitchen. The dove struck the floor and became a goodly youth. "Do me a service, lovely maiden," he said, "and I will marry you." "What shall I do for you?" "Get from the prince his shirt of thick cloth." "But he never takes it off except when he bathes in the sea." The soldier found out at what time the prince bathed, went out on the road, and turned into a flower. Soon the prince and the princess came to the beach, followed by the cook carrying clean linen. The prince noticed the flower and admired it, but the princess guessed at once what it was. "Ah, that accursed soldier must have turned himself into this." She picked the flower and began to crumble it and pluck the petals, but the flower turned into a little fly, and without being noticed hid in the cook's bosom. As soon as the prince undressed and went into the water, the fly flew out and turned into a bright falcon. The falcon snatched the shirt and carried it away, then turned into a goodly youth and put it on. Then the soldier took a sword and put his treacherous wife and her lover to death, and married the lovely young cook. The end.